Hello, happy March. If you are a fellow Pisces, happy birthday to us. Yeah. If you're new here, my name is Cassandra and I create videos on productivity, journaling, and the occasional travel and living abroad vlog. And in this video, we are going to be doing a March plan with me. Usually what I do is I show the behind the scenes of my Notion dashboard where I keep my high level Notion or my high level goals, and then take you all into my bullet journal to share how I am tracking specific habits and all of that stuff. But I thought, let's switch it up a little bit, and I wanted to set up my bullet journal with you all and kind of just do a voiceover and talk through some of the goals that I am planning, because it's gonna be a packed month. Really, that is my fault because I have made it to be a packed month because I am launching a membership called Plans to Progress Lounge at the end of March. And I'm also going to be rolling out a new short form video series called 30 Lessons on Starting Over. By the time you are watching this, some of the lessons should already be out. So there's a lot going on in March, along with my birthday, and also the 10-year anniversary for me and my partner. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Anyways, let's just jump into it. This is just going to be a nice and cozy plan with me in my bullet journal, and I'll just be talking about what I've got going on for the month and how I am tracking all of my goals and really laying out the plans to carry out all of these projects I really want to be launching in this month. All right, y'all, let's get into my bullet journal and I will see you in a bit. Hello and welcome to my bullet journal for March. I wanted to do a spring theme, but like in The Devil Wears Prada, I didn't want to do florals for spring. You know, that's just too basic. So I am doing a semi-related floral theme, which is butterflies. March is honestly my favorite month, and yes, I am biased because it is my birthday month and it's also Pisces season, and yes, I am a Pisces. So I really make a big deal out of March because, well, I honestly feel like it's an entire month to celebrate me. So I wanted to go all out for this theme and use some of the new stickers I bought that have butterflies. And then I wanted to really make sure that I had a system in place that could support me with all of the new projects that I plan on launching. Like I shared before, I am launching a membership called Plans to Progress Lounge, and it's going to be to help folks with their scattered ideas turning them into actual plans and really making progress towards their goals. And then another thing that I'm launching in March is the 30 Lessons on Starting Over short form video series. This is really like a challenge for me because I wanted to really push myself to create content in a different way and also share all of the things that I've learned during my adult gap year. So this is the cover page for March. I am drawing out some butterflies and then also using the stickers that I got from Amazon. And I am just kind of decorating them here. I try to make them as aesthetically pleasing as possible, but I realized that my drawing skills, I mean, I don't think they're bad, but they're definitely more like doodle drawings. So I still think they look good. And of course, we're making it as colorful as possible because, you know, I just love color, and anything that looks colorful to me is just so pleasing to the eye. So here we are just tracing out some of the wings for the butterflies and coloring in using the same kind of color palette that I'm going to be using throughout the book. And when I say color palette, I mean these are a lot of colors. So I know sometimes I feel like people use maybe just 3 colors or 4 colors in their color palette, and I am using like 3 oranges, 2 blues, 2 pinks, some greens, and some purples. And that is really what we will be using for the rest of the March setup. You'll see it in the other pages. I try to use the same colors because I don't want to overdo it with the colors, but my color palette is definitely more robust than I think most others would be. I feel like whenever spring hits, this is like the season of metamorphosis for me. I am going all out. I am totally leaning into change and really excited for what's to come. I feel like last year during the month of March, it was really turbulent because I flew back home to the United States and I was with my family when my grandma passed away. And then that's kind of like when I started my accidental sabbatical. And I feel like this year I am just feeling way more grounded. So that's kind of what I wanted to really express here in my bullet journal. So now that we were done with the cover page, the next page that I always add is my March dashboard. This is basically where I track all of my habits, my big goals, and even things like the books that I want to read, people I want to see, and any important dates. This is a spread that I have every single month, and it is really the spread that I am checking usually in the beginning of the day and then at the end of the day to cross off any habits and then just see how I'm doing with my progress. So once I set up the stickers, now I am writing out the headings for each of the sections of my dashboard. And then what we're going to do is highlight I don't know what it's called, but I guess the line where I would write it, kind of like creating my own little notebook. I usually have to go back and count the sections in the previous dashboard because I just never know. And voila, that is the first 2 pages of this bullet journal spread. Next, what we're going to do is create a monthly calendar. So this is actually a new spread that I just started doing, I believe in January of this year. Previously, I didn't do this. I kind of just referred to my Google Calendar where I have honestly all of the meetings I have planned for the month and kind of like my time blocking. But then I realized that sometimes I don't remember everything that I do or did during the month because I'm kind of just only tracking like work meetings. So I started adding in this spread as a way to keep track of just small things. For example, if we go and have dinner with my partner's parents, or if we went to the shopping mall and went shopping for birthday presents for friends. These are things that I kind of want to just track. They're like really mundane stuff, but it kind of helps me to remember what I did during the month and just like small wins or gratitudes. You'll see I totally counted wrong when I was setting up the March calendar spread. So there's that random line and then I wanted to fix it, but honestly, I didn't have any paper or whiteout, so we're just leaving it as is. And then once I set up the calendar, what I like to do is put a little box on the side of the calendar and write down any upcoming dates. So this box will be for upcoming dates for April. So then when I create my April spread, I can just turn to this page and then migrate any of the events over. I feel like this is super helpful for me because, again, I like planning ahead and kind of just keeping track of all of the things that are coming. And I feel like that helps me a lot with my anxiety and stress because I think if I didn't keep track of it, then I would kind of overload myself, and we don't want that. We want this to be a sustainable thing. So I'm just adding some cute details like the leaves again that I added in the cover page, and then adding some more stickers for flowers and the butterflies. Some of my main goals for March on the personal side of things is to continue studying for my driver's license and to actually leave the house more. I realize that when I leave the house, my mental health is just way better. And then on the business side of things, it is to have a smooth rollout of my 30 lessons on starting over series, and then to get 35 founding members into my Plans to Progress membership. So that's what I am working towards this month. And on this page, we are setting up a budget tracker. This is also a new spread that I just started adding actually last month. I didn't even have it in January of this year. And it's really because this year I am very, very focused on just tracking my revenue and my income. As somebody who, I had an accidental sabbatical turned adult gap year last year, so I wasn't working very much. And that meant that most of my income was also not very much. So this year I am trying to be really intentional with the money that I make, and then making sure that I track all of my expenses for the business and personally, and then just really be mindful of money that's coming in and coming out. I feel like before I kind of did this really intuitively. You know, I kind of knew what I was spending. I knew I wasn't like overspending, and then other times when I knew I wasn't overspending, I kind of gave myself like a little treat, whether that was to buy something extra that I wasn't planning for or something else. And instead of kind of like intuitively knowing, I would like to know more of like the hard numbers. So that's kind of what this section is for, just to track my income, my expenses, a general overview, and kind of see where money is flowing in and out. And then of course I have a reflection section because, you know, I always love reflecting and kind of seeing what worked, what didn't. And also if I did spend more than I allotted, then kind of reflecting on, oh, what did I spend it on? Is it something that I am happy about? Is it aligned with my values? Things like that. So that is what this budget tracker is for. I'm still learning how to use it, but I am kind of just experimenting now because this is really only the second time that I've created this tracker. All right, let's flip back to go forward. Here is my March cover page and my March dashboard. I've drawn in my habit trackers. The 3 habits I'm tracking this month are studying, going outside, and really my nighttime routine. And we have my March calendar overview. This is going to be where I just write down some events, what's going on, things that I did, and any upcoming dates to keep track of for April. And then we have my budget tracker. In those boxes, I'm going to write income, expenses, and monthly overview, and then I will use that reflection space to reflect on the past month. All right, y'all, thanks for coming with me to set up my March bullet journal. Let me know if you prefer these style of videos where I am setting up my bullet journal with you, or if you like to see the digital and analog version, so you can see the behind the scenes of my Notion as well as the months for my bullet journal. I'm not totally sure how to do it yet. I'm kind of just like experimenting, so I would love your feedback to see which one you prefer. If you liked this video, then make sure to check out this video on a full Notion tour, and I am sharing with you all how I set up my Notion to basically organize my entire life and also stay intentional with myself and also the relationships that I have. And that is it for this March plan with me. For all of the fellow Pisces who are watching this, happy birthday to us. Yes, the best zodiac sign ever. No shade to the others, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao!